Hey, it's Evie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a subscriber, and if you're not, then I'd love for you to do that. That's my standard thing, isn't it? I say that every single time. I must come up with something new. Okay, as you will notice, my hair. I had a bit of a bleaching accident. It was so blonde. My last video was not good. My face and my hair was all, there was no definition. It was not good. It was not a good look. That's lockdown and a bottle of peroxide in the house, as I said to somebody, is not a good combination. Anyway, so I feel more comfortable now, a bit like my old self. Okay, so when somebody keeps popping in and out of your life, so you're manifesting your ex back, and you manifest them back for a while, and then they disappear again. And then you manifest them back, and then they disappear again. And then you manifest them back, and then, you see where I'm going with this. And it goes on and on and on. And it's good for a while, but nothing really changes. You are still getting the same old. And you are allowing this to go on, but you're confused, and you're thinking, well, I'm manifesting them back. I'm doing all of the right things. Why is this happening? Why are they not coming back in the right way? And why do they keep disappearing? And, and I'm having to do this all over again. It's down to you, basically. It's down to your feelings about them. And I pretty much guarantee that your feelings are a bit confused. You don't really know how they feel about you. You think, do they like me? Are they really into me? Are they not? Are they really into me? Are they not? You're a bit like that. You're not 100% sure. They'll say really nice things to you and you'll think they are, and then they won't for a bit and you'll think, oh, are they? Because you're confused. And your confusion is then bringing your reality back to you. Your reality coming back to you is your confused self, really. So they are just acting out your little role that you've set for them, really, and that's what they're doing, and they'll have their own reasons for doing that, but those reasons will be because of your inner goings on. So what you need to do is get to a point where there's two ways of doing this. I've told a lot of people about this and it really helps, either to accept them for exactly as they are. So you know that they're popping in and out of your life, and you just accept that for the time being. Just accept it, because no point fighting with it. That's the way it is right now, and inside you know that it's going to be a bit of a battle for you to sort that out at the moment. So the easiest way to do it is just to accept. And when you accept people, you release so much resistance. It's a great thing to accept people just as they are. Even though it's not really what you want at the moment, you can accept it, and you'll get a little bit of release just by doing that. If you feel in a place where you can change it, then all the better. Sorry, there's drilling going on next door. Everybody's at home, so there's just so much DIY going on. All I can hear is drilling and banging and all kinds of things at the moment. Okay, so you decide that they are going to be as you want them to be. So you don't decide that you don't want them to be like this and don't want them to be like that. You just decide, you realise that it is what's going on within you that is making them behave in this way, and you decide to not feel like that anymore. So you make a choice that they are going to be into you, and there's going to be no confusion. So you can do that with affirmations, and this is one that I've used before and told you guys about before. I am in a loving and effortless relationship with your specific person, because effortless implies that it's not hard work for you, it's an easy relationship. It implies that they are texting as much as you are texting, and they are as keen to see you as you are to see them, and all of that. There's no bit where you're not fighting to be the one to see them all of the time, because that never ever works. It has to be a mutual thing, and the way that you do that is sort of telling your subconscious. But see, I've had lots of questions about, do you just let it go, or do you try and suppress your something into your subconscious? So that's not the right word, is it? Do you try and embed something into your subconscious? Well, it depends, really. I mean, if you have an intention, you have no resistance whatsoever. So by that I mean no preconceived ideas, nothing else that's going on within you at all to tell you that this can't happen, then it's better just to imagine it and let go. But if you have all of these things inside of you, all of these deep-rooted fears and subconscious beliefs, then that is gonna put a dampener on your manifestation, because then if it comes to you, it will come with all of those doubts and everything inside of you, and it will reflect that. So then it is quite nice to say an affirmation like that. I wouldn't suggest you do loads of stuff to try and change your subconscious. You don't really need to. If you were saying an affirmation like that a few times a day when you felt good, only say affirmations when you feel good. Within about 90 days, so about 3 months-ish, you will then notice a real shift in your subconscious belief about that person. You might have to sit down quietly and sort of, as I've said before, go deep. But what I mean by that is sort of close your eyes and really feel how you feel. That's what going deep means to me. And you should notice a shift. It might not be huge. It will probably be substantial enough within 3 months, but you have to be committed to this and you have to enjoy it. You have to see it as a little challenge and a fun challenge, not something you have to get through in order to feel different, because you won't feel different then. You have to see these things as fun and or just something that you're doing and not putting too much effort into. Get the feeling when you say the affirmation, especially the effortless part of it. It's a really nice feeling that you get from that. And if you'll be getting that, say a few times a day. Don't keep saying it. So don't say it over and over and over. Say it maybe 3 times in the morning, throughout the day, 3 times at a time, a few times throughout the day, and before you go to sleep at night. And that is enough to that's not the right word. I really can't think of that word. Suppress. That's not the right word, is it? No. To embed that into your subconscious. There's a different word and I don't know, I've lost that word. I do that sometimes for a writer. I'm really bad with words sometimes. So that is enough. That's all that you need to do. Because if you start visualizing like a crazy person day in, day out, all you'll do is build up a ton of resistance, because you'll be then waiting for the results and you won't see them. So that is the best way that I can teach you, the best technique in order to change your subconscious, so that you have a different subconscious belief. You won't notice it outwardly. You probably won't really notice that anything's changed, but when you go inside, you will suddenly, you will pick up a different feeling. You'll think, wow, it doesn't really matter if you don't think it up here, as long as it's in here, whatever it is, because we can tell ourselves stuff. And if we have a different subconscious belief, reality will always unfold according to our subconscious belief, not according to what we're trying to believe and what we think that we believe, although deep down we know we really don't. So that is the best way of doing that, because what you want is when this person comes back to you or comes to you for the first time, for just a specific person, not somebody you've been dating before, then you want that to be in the right way. And when your subconscious believes that it's going to be a loving relationship and an effortless relationship, that's exactly what it will be. There's no reason that it won't be. There's no way it cannot be, or it can be any different. But it does take self-discipline, and with all of this stuff, really it's easy. It is easy. And if we didn't have our subconscious and things embedded in there so deep, then it would be so easy. And that's why some things are super, super easy, because we have nothing in our subconscious to tell us any different. So it manifests really, really quickly, because we imagine something, we let it go, and it happens, because there's just nothing else going on in there. We have no baggage with it. I think I did get asked this particular question, and that is why some things manifest quickly. And then you think you've let go of other things that you really, really want, and you probably have. But what's happened is, because your subconscious is really had all this programming, and your way of thinking has been programmed into your subconscious, that's just sitting there. It's like a little computer, your subconscious, a little hard drive, and it's ticking over all of the time. So whatever you believe is what's happening. So that is how you change that, basically. So somebody coming in and out of your life that you can't seem to get a hold of is because of your feelings. You are unsure. You don't really know how they feel about you, not properly. So you just have to accept them however they are now. That's the easiest way to do this, to let resistance drop naturally, is just to accept them and accept that this is the situation at the moment. They're popping in and out. So what? Doesn't matter. It'll get better. Things will improve. Do that. If you can say so what, whatever, that's a brilliant way of releasing resistance. But if you really want to reprogram your subconscious, just a nice general affirmation that's not too specific. Don't be saying affirmations about texts and phone calls and all of that, and you're going to meet in a certain place. And don't be really specific. Be fairly broad, but find words that really cover how you want to feel, how you want this person to feel about you, and how you want this relationship to be. And those words, loving, you want that, and effortless, you definitely want that, don't you? Because it's hard work at the moment. This stops it from being hard work, but you're looking at a good 3 months before that's going to be impressed on your subconscious. That's the word, impressed on your subconscious. Why couldn't I find that word? So you're looking at about that amount of time. But if you do it with fun and do it with a happy heart and not a heavy heart, thinking, wow, I'm going to change my subconscious, this is amazing, and then this relationship will come and it will be fantastic. Don't put time limits on it, time scales, deadlines. Don't give the universe deadlines, because in my opinion, the universe is not making a decision and thinking, oh, this is good for you now and this is good for you now. It's nothing to do with that. It's all to do with what's going on inside of you, and you are selecting your reality, and then you have to allow it to happen. Like I said, I believe it's all quantum physics and it's just the way everything works, and it's magic. It feels like magic to me. I've made some things happen that I think, wow, that was magic. That shouldn't have happened. If things were not as, if quantum physics had nothing to do with this and life was rational and there was cause and effect and all of that, then this wouldn't have happened. But it did. So I know that this is magic. But I believe in science. I like looking at it through scientific eyes, really. That's just me. But, you know, it's what works for you, isn't it? Anyway, I hope this helps. As usual, go to my website, select general inquiry from the drop down, and email me if you have any particular inquiries. Yeah, that's it really for today.